Hey there, beautiful souls and loyal fans of K-drama. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the untold stories behind your favorite stars, their pains, their triumphs, and the hidden emotions behind the smiles we see on screen. If you're watching this, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your love, your support, and your time. You being here means more than words can say. Today's story is one that will touch you deeply. It's about the ever-charming Ji Chang-wook, the man who seems invincible on screen, but has carried silent scars off it. In this emotional story, we journey through Ji Chang-wook's tearful recollection of losing his father to cancer, the hardships he faced while building his career in the entertainment world, and the beautiful twist of fate that led him to meet Nam Ji-hyun, the woman who would become not just his co-star, but a significant emotional anchor in his life. When we look at Ji Chang-wook, the star with the killer smile, piercing gaze, and undeniable charisma, it's easy to forget that behind his confident persona lies a history of pain and perseverance. Many fans know him from iconic dramas like Healer, Suspicious Partner, and The K2, but few know that his journey began from a place of deep personal loss. Ji Chang-wook was just a child when his father was diagnosed with cancer, a cruel disease that would forever change the course of his life. In several rare interviews, Chang-wook has admitted that his father's passing left a hole in his heart that never truly healed. He once said with tearful eyes that losing his father at a young age taught him how fragile life is, and that grief was what pushed him to chase his dreams with all the energy he had left. His mother became his entire world. She worked tirelessly at a restaurant, doing everything she could to raise him single-handedly. Chang-wook often speaks with immense gratitude for her sacrifices, calling her his hero. Growing up in a modest home, they didn't have much, but they had love, and that love became his motivation. In one emotional recollection, Ji Chang-wook revealed that he promised himself that one day he would make enough money to let his mother rest. That dream kept him going through some of the hardest moments of his early life. But the path to stardom was anything but smooth. Before the fame, before the red carpets and fan meetings, Ji Chang-wook was just another struggling actor in Seoul, going from one audition to another. There were countless rejections, days when he would leave casting halls with his head bowed low, wondering if he had chosen the wrong path. He shared that there were nights he went to bed hungry because he couldn't afford a full meal, and mornings when he considered giving up entirely. The entertainment industry, known for its glamour, can be harsh, and Chang-wook felt every sting of its indifference. But despite the obstacles, he refused to stop. He clung to the promise he made to his late father, to live a life of purpose, to honor his mother's sacrifices, and to find meaning through storytelling. Ji Chang-wook's breakthrough came slowly. He took small roles, even uncredited parts, just to stay close to his dream. His role in the 2010 drama Smile Again was the spark that ignited his rise. Viewers began to notice him, his sincerity, his raw emotions, and that quiet strength in his performances. By the time he appeared in Empress Ki, he had become a name everyone wanted to remember. Yet, despite his growing fame, he carried the humility of a man who knew where he came from. Every time he smiled for the camera, fans could see that it wasn't just charm, it was gratitude. Behind the scenes, Ji Chang-wook continued to wrestle with the emotional wounds left by his father's death. He once said that grief never really goes away. It just teaches you how to live differently. His experiences gave him a deep empathy for others, and it's that empathy that radiates in every role he takes. When he plays a man broken by love or burdened by life, it doesn't feel like acting, it feels like truth. That authenticity is what draws millions of fans to him. And then came a chapter that fans still can't stop talking about, his fateful meeting with Nam Ji-hyun. The year was 2017 when Ji Chang-wook and Nam Ji-hyun were cast together in the hit drama Suspicious Partner. On screen, they were electric. Their chemistry was undeniable, sweet, awkward, playful, yet deeply emotional. Fans around the world started rooting for them not just as fictional lovers, but as something more. What many didn't know at the time was that their connection extended far beyond the camera lens. Ji Chang-wook has often described Nam Ji-hyun as someone with a pure heart and a soul full of light. During filming, when he was under immense pressure, she became a source of comfort. She would often notice when he was quiet or distant and try to lift his spirits with small gestures. A warm smile, a word of encouragement, or just silent company when he needed it most. He once admitted in an interview that Nam Ji-hyun reminded him of the warmth he felt from his mother. Genuine, gentle, and full of kindness. The bond they shared became even more visible to fans during promotional interviews and behind-the-scenes footage. They laughed easily together, teased each other, and seemed to share an unspoken understanding. Chang-wook, who was known for his somewhat reserved nature, was visibly softer when Nam Ji-hyun was around. When asked about her, he once smiled and said, "She's someone I'll always be grateful for. She brought light into my heavy days." During one emotional fan interaction, Ji Chang-wook broke down as he talked about his father's passing and how it shaped his views on life and love. He revealed that losing his father made him realize the importance of cherishing people while they're still here. He said, "I don't take people for granted anymore. Life taught me that tomorrow isn't promised. That's why I value those who bring peace to my heart." At that moment, fans couldn't help but notice how his eyes softened when Nam Ji-hyun's name came up. It was as if she symbolized a piece of that peace he was talking about. Even as his fame skyrocketed, Chang-wook remained grounded. He continued to visit his mother frequently, never forgetting where he came from. He often took her on quiet vacations and would post simple photos. No luxury, no filters, just moments of serenity. His humility and emotional transparency made him one of the most beloved actors in South Korea. His journey wasn't just about achieving fame, it was about healing. Acting became his therapy. Every role he played, from the brave soldier to the broken lover, allowed him to release pieces of his pain. And fans could feel that. His performances carried authenticity that could only come from someone who had lived through real heartbreak. When he cried in Healer or Suspicious Partner, viewers cried with him. Not because the script said so, but because Ji Chang-wook's tears felt real. He once revealed in a heart-to-heart talk that there was a period in his life when he struggled with anxiety and exhaustion from overworking. The pressure to keep performing, to maintain his public image, to live up to expectations, it became overwhelming. Yet, what pulled him through those dark times wasn't fame or awards. It was love. The love of his fans, the quiet support of his mother, and the comforting friendship of people like Nam Ji-hyun, who reminded him that it was okay to be vulnerable, to be human, and to take time for himself. Today, Ji Chang-wook stands as one of the most respected actors in Asia, but more importantly, he stands as a symbol of perseverance, a man who turned pain into purpose. When he looks back at the boy who once cried himself to sleep after losing his father, he no longer feels only sadness. He feels pride. Pride that he honored his father's memory, that he gave his mother the life she deserved, and that he found people along the way who helped him heal. To all of you watching, Ji Chang-wook's story is a reminder that even in the face of unbearable loss, it's possible to rise again. Life might take people from us, but it also sends others to help fill those empty spaces. For Ji Chang-wook, that comfort came through his mother's love, his fans' devotion, and the gentle companionship of Nam Ji-hyun. Through every tear, he built himself anew. And as he continues to shine on screen, there's something profoundly beautiful about knowing the man behind the smile, the man who once cried in the dark, but now brings light to millions. His story teaches us that behind every strong person, there's a story that gave them no choice but to be strong. So to every fan out there who's ever faced loss, pain, or heartbreak, remember Ji Chang-wook's journey. Remember that grief doesn't define you, it refines you. That every challenge you face can be the foundation for something greater. And that love, in its purest form, has the power to heal even the deepest scars. Thank you, dear viewers, for staying with us till the end of this emotional story. If this touched your heart, don't forget to show your love by liking the video, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who might need this message today. You're not alone in your struggles, and just like Ji Chang-wook, you too can turn your pain into something beautiful. Warm love to every heart watching. Until next time, stay inspired, stay kind, and never stop believing in the magic of second chances.